What if I told you Genesis hid a scandal, one the world rarely speaks of? In the beginning, Adam and Eve bore sons, Cain and Abel. But from innocence came jealousy, the first breath of humanity, the first heartbeat of creation.
From their love came sons, Cain and Abel, two brothers born beneath the same heaven, but walking two very different paths. Abel's offering rose like incense before God, but Cain's fell to the ground, rejected. And jealousy, like a storm, gathered in his heart until it consumed him. The first murder in history was not committed by a stranger, but by a brother. And the soil that once brought life was stained with the blood of innocence. Then came the voice of God, calling, questioning, confronting. Where is your brother? But Cain turned away, marked by guilt and banished by truth. The Lord said to him, You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. And Cain fled from the presence of the Lord. He wandered east of Eden to a place called Nod, the land of wandering. And then, in one brief, mysterious verse, Scripture whispers something that has puzzled humanity for centuries. Open quote, and Cain knew his wife, and she conceived. Close quote. His wife? Where did she come from? If only Adam, Eve, and Cain were left, how could Cain find a wife? It's a question that opens a doorway into mystery, a silence Genesis never explains. Some say she was his sister. For the Bible tells us in Genesis 5 that Adam had other sons and daughters. And in those early days before the law, before corruption multiplied, the bloodline was still pure. The human family was one. And to fill the earth, brother and sister joined hands beneath heaven's necessity. But Cain's fear raises another question. He said, Whoever finds me will kill me. Who was he afraid of? His parents, his siblings, or were there others? Many believe there were, that somewhere beyond Eden's gates others walked the earth, souls formed by the same creator, but never mentioned by name. And when Cain entered Nod, he met them. He built a city, not a hut, not a home, but a city. And a city requires people, a city requires community, a city requires a wife. Perhaps she was one of them, a woman untouched by Eden's fall, one who never heard the voice that breathed life into Adam's dust. To her, Cain was a marked man, a wanderer seeking mercy, a soul between curse and purpose. Through her, Cain's lineage began, the line of Enoch, the builders, the smiths, the musicians, the dawn of civilization born from the hand of the condemned. But some say the story was never meant to satisfy our logic, that Cain's wife was not simply a person of flesh and blood, but a symbol, a turning point, a divine bridge that carried the story from family to nation, from sin to society. Genesis is not a book of biographies, it is revelation in poetic form. Its purpose is not to explain every mystery, but to reveal the heart of God through human history. And in the story of Cain's wife, we see this truth unfold, that even when God's judgment falls, his mercy still lingers. Even when man wanders, God's purpose continues to move. Cain's name may be shadowed by guilt, but his story is still marked by grace. For the God who banished him still allowed him to build. The God who marked him still protected him. The God who punished him still let him love. And through that love, life continued. The story of humanity moved forward. So who was Cain's wife? His sister? An outsider? A symbol? The Bible doesn't say. But perhaps that silence is not a gap. Perhaps it's an invitation to trust that even when we don't see the full story, God is still writing it. Because his mysteries are not meant to confuse us. They are meant to draw us closer, to make us search, to make us wonder, to make us see that every line, every silence still points back to him. Even in exile, his plan still unfolds. Even in mystery, his mercy still speaks. So remember, when the scriptures go quiet, they are not empty, they are echoing eternity. Cain's wife, a name never spoken, a mystery never solved, but a reminder forever true that God's story is always bigger than ours.